with Black Houses Matter, Monday mornings at 11:30 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. It's the Wake Up Show with the Illinois Black Chamber of Commerce on Chicago's essential storyteller, WVON.
Welcome to the Wake Up Show, Chicago.
Rise and shine. It's the Wake Up Show, where every sunrise is a call to action. Powered by the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce, we are the champions of change, advocating for diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility in the world of corporate and government contracting. It's not just a show, it's a movement. So get ready for another dynamic journey as we wake up the world to a new era of opportunities and empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, President Larry Ivory.
And welcome to the Wake Up Show, Chicago, everyone. Can you believe it is that time already? I am so excited to be here with the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce. And, you know, as we know, the 20th year anniversary for the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce's conference is coming up. But aside from that, I want to make sure that you know that we are sponsored by Wind Creek Casino, Chicago Southland. All right, we're here each and every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We're coming to you live on WVON 1690 and streaming everywhere in the world on iHeartRadio. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Wake Up Show Chicago for exclusive content. Just hit that subscribe button. It's free right now. No, it's free. Make sure you write down this number so you can call in live 773-591-1690. And before we dive into our powerful discussion, I have to introduce everyone that's here today. My name is LaDonna Raeh. I'm with Raeh Consulting. I'm the co-chair of the marketing committee of the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce and a proud member. And I am co-host to the leader in the Black business advocacy who's serving as president and CEO of the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce and also chairman of the board of the National Black Chamber of Commerce in Washington, D.C., Dr. Larry Ivory. And today we have a special treat. Oh, yeah, he's back, biggity back, the original flame on this very show. Buddy Luv with Coupon Vodka and also a proud member of the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce is here with us today. It's been like 50 years, 10 years, 20 years, something like that since his voice has graced these airways. I told him I was going to make fun of him on that note. And also helping the magic behind the scenes and sometimes on the mic is our assistant producer, Mr. Lorenzo T. Hughes.
Good morning,
everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Larry, we hear you on the live line, sir. Why don't you get us filled in? Because we're going to have updates on what's going on in Washington from Greg Willis at Phoenix Strategies. But we also have this 20-year conference coming up. And I know if you've ever attended a conference and left feeling like you could have just Googled everything, that's not what this is.
Oh, absolutely not, LaDonna. I am so excited about the upcoming conference and really just the opportunity for us to take our business to the next level. And, so this conference is really designed to make an impact upon Black business. And with the team that we have and the work that people put in, I think this is the best that we've ever done. And I'm excited to talk about it later on in the show. But also, Buddy Luv is back, man. And only Buddy Luv can. I'm excited to hear what's going on with Coupon and what he's doing. And Buddy Luv, there's also a big event coming up that you're going to highlight and talk about a little bit also. So, Buddy Luv, talk to us, man.
Man, what's good, Prez? You know what time it is. Yo, man, Buddy Luv is back in the building. I know it's been a while since I've graced these airwaves with you good people, but I am here. We doing what we do for the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce. I know you missed the ring of that press, so I had to throw it in there for you. So, man, been doing a lot of things with Coupon Vodka. I got to switch it up a little bit, because I take that red pill to become Buddy Luv. So D-Best got to come in and keep it smooth, right? But then got an event that we're sponsoring. We're one of the many sponsors for my man, Kenny Sims Jr. Gonna be rocking the airways with his fist in this place on August 2nd, where the battle is nowhere to run. He's featured under the Golden Boy, and if people don't know what Golden Boy is, that's Oscar De La Hoya, and he's gonna be doing his thing August 2nd at UIC, doing what he do as a pugilist, putting them hands on people. You know a little about that, prayers. You know you used to bob and weave a little bit.
Hey, buddy, I'm excited about, Chicago used to be the fight place. And I'm glad to see that they're bringing, a world-class fight from one of our own in Chicago.
That's right.
Mr. Smith, I think, is ranked number 3 or 4 in the world.
That's right.
In lightweight division.
That's
and
right.
He's going to be fighting a gentleman who is ranked either right above him or right under him.
Yeah, do right.
These are the people who will be contending for the championship of the world. This is a critical fight.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be at ringside.
Oh man, yeah.
I got my ticket already. I'm at ringside.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be an event to behold. And coming as a boxer myself, and I know Lorenzo, he got some hands also.
Oh, yeah.
I try to threaten him about, let's get in the ring a little bit and see what he can do. But Lorenzo got that little look on his face, like, "Come on here, Larry. Let me show you what I got for you."
Yeah, see, I was always I was a counter puncher.
You're a counter puncher.
Yes.
Yeah, let me just say this, just for the records.
Yes.
I did have over 118 fights during your Olympics, and I know something about boxing, and I'm really excited to be there. Ed Burns, and to have our own guy. Who's in Chicago, man, who's getting ready to fight for another notch in his belt.
Yes, sir.
It's just going to be an awesome event, man. I'm excited about it.
Yes, sir. Inglewood Zone, man. Inglewood Zone. That's Southside, baby. Ready to represent and do what he does in that ring. I'm looking forward to it too, Prez.
Yeah, LaDonna can't box, but I hear she can fight.
Hey, she fight with her words.
Yeah, with her words.
Yes.
She got a mean uppercut.
Mean mouthpiece.
Yeah, well, actually, I was taught how to box. I was about 9 years old. I was in third grade, and a boy punched me in my right or left eye. And my mother she called up one of her friends. And you know what kind of friend that was? The kind that has just gotten out of prison. And he took me to the park and was like, "Never again will you come home with a black eye."
That's right.
And he was right. He was right.
That's right.
Well, your daughter, the other side, they have the card girls too. You can do the card thing.
Yep, there you go. There you go. All right, so the matchmaking benefits that we have at the conference that's coming up, attendees that get preset meetings with corporations looking to buy from Black-owned businesses or do business with Black-owned business. Can you give us a little bit of a list of who's going to be there?
Absolutely, Donna. Let me say before I get that list is that we're proud to have our convention at the Wind Creek Casino Hotel. It is a gorgeous place, and it just simply sets off the conference because it's a brand new facility, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I think, Madonna, you and I agree, and everybody who's been there agree. It's a beautiful facility, beautiful rooms, beautiful place to host a conference. And we're pretty excited about the location and being our 20th year anniversary. We just couldn't think of a better place to host our conference than at Wind Creek Casino Hotel. And I think that's a real plus for the whole conference to host it at Wind Creek. What do you think, LaDonna?
I think that's going to be a big deal because now when you get to Wind Creek, it's not just networking with everyday people or like-minded people. It is also the opportunity to add and expand your market share because now you're getting in the faces of those that can make a huge difference in, I guess, the vitality of your, or should I, yeah, the vitality of your, wait a minute, it's not vitality. It's the doggone word. Vitality of your business. Thank you.
thinking
Look,
of
I'm going through menopause, okay?
you going through the fountain of youth over there. I don't know what. I'm
Something.
like, what?
Look, and I just complimented you on your mouthpiece.
Come on
That
now. Come
was
on.
it. That was it. But you know what?
Yeah.
One thing, Prez, that I do love that Wind Creek does, and they stand behind, really working with businesses in the community. I was just there a couple of weeks ago doing a pitch for Copon, and man, it felt like home. You know, it was an easy process, and they definitely look for community businesses to come on in and be a part of their family so they can prosper and grow.
Isn't that Judy, man? That's what I love about what we do as an organization. We not only find the partner in a beautiful location, but a partner who really understands diversity, equity, and inclusion. And they demonstrate that by all of the businesses that they have at the conference doing what they do at the same time. So it's pretty impressive that we're going to have it there, and we're you know it's very appropriate. You know what I mean, it's really leveraging, like I said, leveraging each other for success. We're leveraging our relationship with Wind Creek to host it at this beautiful facility with a partner who has been very sensitive towards our businesses and opening the door and giving us real access. And when I say access, guys, I really mean we're able to call the people at Wind Creek, Don, Kathy, and be able to sit down and talk to Scott on procurement and bring people who have a product good or services right to the table. That's beautiful, man.
All right. Well, we have a caller. We're going to go ahead and go to these phone lines. Miss Darva, good morning. Welcome to the Wake Up Show Chicago.
Good morning. Good morning. God bless you. Just want to say to you guys that you talk about some great and good things that we need out here in our community. I want you guys to know that I think that when we bring unity in our Black communities, that things can work out to the best of its ability. So I'm asking you, LaDonna and Sheba, um, if you guys can put me on your roster to do whatever needs to be done as far as my ministries and organizations and businesses that I am definitely have been running for the last 20 years. So I'm definitely interested to know that whatever you have coming up, and I came in on the end, but I want you guys to know that definitely bring me and my team on with you guys to do what you need to do in the community.
Well, I appreciate that, and we appreciate that. And it sounds like you listen to us Monday through Thursday on the afternoon show. But I wanted to get an opportunity to get Miss Darva's phone number and information. So, Miss Darva, if you can still hear us, be sure to email us at info@ilbcc.org, because this is the Illinois State Black Chamber of
There you go,
Commerce.
girl. Do
And
it.
make sure you send us an email with your contact information. And that goes for anyone that's listening. You want to get involved, send us an email and give it. You don't even have to be all politically correct in that email. Just say, hey, call me, and put your name and contact information. Your email will already be realized because you sent the email. We got another caller. Hi, Janice. Good morning.
How you doing? I had spoken to the gentleman over the Black Chamber of Commerce maybe last year sometime. And
Dr.
that,
Larry Ivory.
yes, that's right. And that was to getting, God, what is the name of it? Reggio's Pizza out there in Country Club Hill. They have all those white pizza companies, but they had Reggio's out there. You used to be able to hunt for it, the turkey and the sausage, the pepperoni. Well, why can't they have that out there? That's what I want to know. And I asked the manager, and then they weren't having the Patty LaBelle small pizzas, the Patty LaBelle small pies. And you know what he told me? He said, we're the top selling store in the nation for Patty LaBelle. But they have all those other ones.
All right, thank you so much for your comment. So, Larry, looking at the when we look at the conference, we have Daniel McDuffie. I want to definitely make sure that we give a shout out to him. Daniel McDuffie with Destiny. Is it Destiny Painters?
Yeah, Destiny Paint.
Yes, Destiny Painting. He is definitely a testimonial, and he'll be calling into here shortly. And he was able to work with our chamber and work at the matchmaking session to get that particular contract. Am I saying this correctly? Because I remember when he gave his testimony several times that this was kind of the pathway that he took.
Oh, absolutely, LaDonna. There's a lot of people who had contract going back to the general contractor. As most people know, Boa Construction was the joint venture partner with Neil Construction Company to help build the casino. So they were partners in helping to build the casino. But from there, a lot of people got involved from our organization. Matter of fact, the guy who handled the insurance for the company, Bill Owens, is a member of the chamber. He their insurance for the whole construction site, which is pretty significant. We made the introduction, it happened, and it continues to happen on an ongoing basis in terms of our people getting access. The other thing I think is important to mention about Wind Creek, it's in the Black community, but you never have any casinos that have close to 30% of all their employees African American, so they're hired locally, put our people to work at the same time. I think those things are important. If you're going to have gaming, let's make sure we participate. And we didn't have to twist anyone's arm. They was ready to go and willing to go. But LaDonna, before we move on, the young lady, I didn't quite hear, was she asking about getting a product or service into Wind Creek, or what was your question? I want to make sure we don't, miss what she was saying. At least I couldn't hear what she was saying completely.
Well, it seems like she was recalling a conversation she had with you about a year ago about Patty LaBelle pies and why they were so small and the pepperoni on the pizza. And, I'm sure you talked to a lot of different people. But I'm glad she called in and gave us that recollection of a conversation. But that was pretty much what it was.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, we want to make sure that for any of the listening audience that no one, we're always trying to do the best we can do in order to help move forward. So, LaDonna, if you asked me a question, and I think I got a sidetrack a little bit. You asked about the matchmaking. Who are some of the companies in the matchmaking section?
Yes.
And so I'm going to go through. You got Aetna Better Health. You got University of Illinois. You got Amherst, Illinois. You got AT&T, Caesars, Capital Development Board, Chicago Department of Aviation. You got Constellation, ComEd, DeWitt, Governor State, Illinois American Water Company, Illinois Central College, Illinois Department of Corrections, State Tollway, University of Illinois. Just to mention, we have close to over 40 companies who are front and center. Now, here's the thing that I want to mention that I think once you've done something for 20 years, if you don't get better at it, then, shame on you.
Right.
And I think what we've learned over a 20-year history in terms of, trial and error is how do you make things better? And what we've done each year is we raise the level of our game based upon our experience. And what we're doing that's unique this year, we're asking companies to come with contracts. Now, everybody's not going to have a contract, but we're going to try to give away some contracts at the conference. We're going to ask them and sit down with all our prime contractors who are looking to do business with African Americans. We're going to ask them to come with some opportunities that can be actually procured at the event. And what's unique about the matchmaking, it's not speed dating. Speed dating is where you got 5 minutes, have a quick conversation, where you're going to the next. We have real matchmaking to where we have your capability statement that's given to the corporations or to the agencies. And we also send them your capability statement. So when they got it, and then they also identify the areas of interest, because you may have a company that has more than enough people in one sector, and they're not looking and not likely to expand that because they have more than enough. But they may need a bunch of things in IT, cybersecurity. They may need something in the healthcare area like Aetna and Blue Cross. So I fundamentally ask them, and Buddy Love and Lorenzo, and to our listening audience, we put the work into it to make sure that when people come to the conference, that it's a real opportunity, and you have about 20 minutes or 25 minutes to sit down, to be aware of the company you're talking to do your homework, and for them to have done a little homework on you, to sit down and pick what you bring to the table and what happens there. But then beyond that point, we do the follow up. So it's not just, when they get through, it's just half of the game. When you sit with them, that's half of the game, because then we follow up as an organization to find out who they follow up with, what's going on. And if we tell people, if you have a problem, if all of a sudden you meet your people and then all of a sudden no one's calling you back from one different organization, your job is to call us and to let us get back to our partners and say, hey, look, such and such has called you about an opportunity. There's been no follow-up, no response. And then we intercede on your behalf to make sure that you have the audience and there's follow-up and follow-through. I think that's really important in terms of distinguishing ourselves from other events. And we've learned this over the years in terms of what really works for us. And I think that works. So I don't know if there's anything else anyone wants to add to that, but I think that's what makes our matchmaking a fundamental opportunity. And I say the last thing, and I'll stop, is that when are you going to be at a place that you can have all these companies, all these decision makers at the table throughout the conference that you can talk to, that you can network with? It would take you a lot of time and energy to be able to get to all these companies and get to decision makers. So I'll pause there to go on about this. I love this networking thing.
Oh yeah, definitely, Chief. And I just want to add this one little section that you said. Once you go through that roundtable of meeting with these different businesses, when you do have that hiccup and you want to know what's happening, you are the go-to. So I know that firsthand with dealing with Wind Creek. Hey, it's a little stag. Can you check on that for me? And sure enough, you checked on it and it went through, it moved through. I got that next meeting. So definitely it's power of being a part of the chamber and about what we do.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I have a list of things because guess what? We talked him up. Daniel McDuffy is on the line, but I have a list of things that are conference time wasters. Don't kill me for this, Larry, but we got to point these things out. When people go to conferences, other conferences, not ours, of course, there are five things that may not work out in their favor. For instance, they may feel like they're sitting through panels with no takeaways. Hmm. They also feel like, or should I say, there's no follow up from the people that they met. Vendors that are not aligned with their business, no matchmaking or direct business opportunities, and overpriced events with no return on investment.
Exactly.
I think this is like the antonym of our upcoming conference, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely, John. And you remind me of something. I want to talk about when we kick off the conference on the first day. We have nicknamed a group of people the Fantastic Four. And when you go to a conference, people who may have come to a conference for the first time, we're going to kick this conference off with four individuals, and LaDonna's going to talk about the four individuals, and they're going to set the conference off about how to leverage conference, how to get the most out of the conference. If you're a vendor, if you're a person who is looking to do business, so they're going to take you guys through. They're going to take you to school so that to make sure this experience that you have is an exceptional experience. And we found that out because of mistakes we've made when people get to the conference. People say, "Man, I had a great time, but this didn't happen. This didn't happen." So we've learned from that, and that's why I'm so excited to have LaDonna Raeh and the Fantastic Four, who are going to be setting the conference off. So let's talk about how we kick it off the conference. Don't give them all the details and all the highlights, but tell them a little bit about the people and how we're going to start the conference off.
Well, Larry, I want to go into that. Daniel McDuffy is on a work site and he called in just for us. Can we table that until he gives us his testimonial?
Absolutely.
All right, Daniel McDuffy, good morning
Good
with
morning. Good
Destiny
morning. Good morning.
Painting.
Right. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Daniel.
Dan.
How you guys doing?
All right. All right.
Doing swell. Why don't you tell us about your journey with working with the chamber, coming to the conference, working with the matchmaking, and now being part of their preferred vendors list with Wind Creek Casino Southland.
Well, I would say it's been a great experience, but just what I just heard, even coming to the conference and being a part of the, networking, my my relationships and down through the years, what I've learned is actually get involved and actually seeking getting involved with whoever calls the shot that's dealing with the developers. A lot of times they send out their proteges, I would call it, the sponsor the conference to talk about what they have to offer. But as a business owner, it's, I'm an owner who makes the decisions. And that's the most important, who really make the decisions and being able to sit down at that table with the decision makers. Then you leave that conference or leave down the road to follow up. You can actually align yourself and get the contracts or whatever your trade may be or your scope of work. And that's my experience. And with the help of the chambers, even dealing with Wind Creek, it aligns up of who is the decision makers. And you have someone like the Illinois Black Chambers to step in as a more or less as a third party. You understand what I'm in the middle
yeah.
of the owners compared to the owners, and it's a big help. But that's the key of my takeaway as being an owner is dealing with the decision makers and using that leverage of the chambers in order to get what you need done. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to any other events coming up. But that's the takeaway that I have as a business owner.
Hey, thank you, Daniel. And Daniel was successful, even though he had some hiccups. The team was able to walk in and make sure that things got done in the correct fashion. And we're excited about, our good friend, who's the mayor of Waukegan. We have another opportunity to work with the Housing Authority, and we will be promoting our relationships that we built with the Housing Authority to bring African American contractors to this opportunity. So we're excited about the ongoing commitment we make to Black businesses in order to strengthen their hands. And I'm proud of the work that we do. And I'm proud of our members like Daniel McDuffy and so many other people who represent our organization.
And Larry, if
Thanks for this time. I appreciate it. Donna Raeh and Larry.
Yes, thank you, Daniel. I know you got to get back on site.
That's okay. That's all right.
Thanks for taking the
reaching
time.
out. Yes. Okay. Pleasure.
And Larry, if I can kind of piggyback on something that Daniel had said, for the listening audience out there, he mentioned that he had the opportunity, like many of us, was the experience being able to sit down with the decision makers. And sometimes, a lot of times we think about all those chances that we had out there in business where we had to submit something to someone and that it would make it to the right person. This is it's an opportunity where you get a chance to cut out the middle and you get a chance to sit down face to face with the person that could possibly person or persons that could possibly change the life of your business. So you get a chance to sit down face to face and rub elbows with the decision makers, as he mentioned. And I think that is an amazing opportunity to have because we don't get that every day.
Oh, absolutely. It would be like, Buddy Luv is the owner of Coupon with his business partners.
It's Coupon. It's Coupon, Larry. I gotta correct you. Yeah.
Thank you, LaDonna. Coupon.
You told me to jump in. I'm like, okay.
Right, because we ain't giving out no coupons. We need you to buy.
The bougie version of coupons. Okay.
That's
right. So he wanted to get to do some business with Buddy Luv, and he's the owner. And you see the janitor. You can't talk to the janitor and hope that you're going to get access. You got to get to the right people. The chamber has mastered the art of getting to the right people over its 20 plus years out there being an advocate we built strong relationships with the ComEds, the AT&T, the Emirates, the People's Gas, Verizon, so many companies and so many agencies that we're able to have the conversation with the people at the very top so that we can advocate on their behalf. And it's really like hiring a full-time person that you're paying a very small amount, and that's your membership fee for us to give you access and become a part of your team. That's a powerful tool, and that's what we call leveraging each other for growth. You're leveraging the chamber, just like we leverage Legal Shield when it comes to legal justice. Everything is how we leverage what we have to get what we want. We never leverage our relations. I leverage LaDonna because of her great communication skill, Buddy Luv, in terms of his filmmaking, communication skill. Everybody's bringing something to the table. In this environment, guys, we got to leverage everything we got. We got to leverage AI. We got to leverage everything in order to get the growth and create the wealth, because it's money that we need. If you think about it, 90% of your problems is tied to money. If you had $20 million in your pocket, probably 90% of your problems is already gone. So we got to know how to get the money. If that impacts our lives so much, we got to grow our business and make more money.
Awesome. Well, now, as promised, you told me to get into the Fantastic Four. I kind of wanted to, I almost piggybacked off of it and said the Fantastic Forum. I'm corny. I'm very corny, okay?
You are killing me this morning.
Right. But what the Fantastic Four is going to do is at the start of this conference, which is September 9th, I'm talking Amber Payton, the founder and CEO of Mark Strategy Group, Deborah Olivia Farmer, who is the founder of Brown Farmer Media, and Sherman Wright, who is the managing partner and founder of 1035, and not to mention LaDonna Raeh, who is the founder of Raeh Consulting. We are all going to hype everyone up. Now, those of you that don't know what that means, come on, don't play. We are going to energize you guys with information, strategies, and how to apply those strategies during the conference and beyond. So, this will give you a better outlook on how to maximize the use of the conference, what you're already doing, how to exit, and we're going to do it in a short amount of time. So, you definitely don't want to miss the beginning or the end of this conference. And it's a 3-day deal, 3-day conference.
Oh yeah, and that means like it's $100 a day for networking, food, lunch, breakfast, dinner, that alone. A conference like this normally would cost you $1,500 plus, but all of the powerful people that work at coming to the conference, it is going to be outstanding. We got over 13 CEOs from Africa who are flying over to be a part of this conference. We got a guy in BK Nkomo, who's one of the leading experts in mining and gold mining and diamond mining. And he's going to be here to talk about the natural minerals and the opportunities, because the Chinese and everybody's over there making crazy money. We want to open our eyes to what Mother Africa has to offer. So we're going to have a portion of the conference dealing with international opportunities. We're going to have the ambassador from Zimbabwe coming in and other countries. It is going to be off the chain, guys. And for $300, you cannot find a place to be for 3 days.
And that's early bird, Larry. Just so everybody knows, it's $300 now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have. There's such a high value at the conference, which includes the matchmaking that we have after a certain date. That price is yesterday's price will not be today's price. That's so it's $300 now. I'm just being honest, Larry. You told me to jump in whenever.
That's right.
I'm jumping in with the money.
And she jumping in too, man.
Yeah.
Full, with both feet.
Yeah, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
No parachute. She jumping.
But
Buddy Luv and Lorenzo and LaDonna. I'm just proud of the work that we do and continue to do as an organization. Because when I think about kicking off that conference, all four of you, I'm just sitting there looking at the energy that you guys are going to bring in information along of tidbits that will help people to leverage that conference. And then after that, you're talking about all these companies. If you're a business and you're trying to gain access, you only need one real contact to change your life. One real contract with a major company or a major organization could change your life. Here's an opportunity. There's no guarantee, but if you come with your A game and you're ready and you've done your homework, you're going to walk away, I believe, with a real legitimate opportunity that allow you to expand your business. Not only one person, but maybe 6 or 7 people that you can follow up with that'll help you to leverage your business for growth at the same time. And that's just two things. Then after that, we have a conversation, LaDonna, going on with Donnell Self, one of the leaders of Legal Shield, $1.5 million that he makes in Legal Shield. But it's about disruptive innovation, because Legal Shield takes us to another level when it comes to being able to get legal counsel, and be able to get legal counsel for $1 a day, where you can talk to a major law firm like Shimanowski Morsadini, which is a major law firm that really works for you. So we have intentionally put things in place, guys, that help you leverage everything. Because in business, you need a good accountant, you need a good banker, and you need a good attorney.
It's
and we
funny
got
you
some great
mentioned.
attorneys.
It's funny you mentioned Legal Shield, because I was just able to utilize them to review some of my contracts in my own business because of my own personal branding. I had to take a look at some things and restructure them, and thankfully, there was a finding that needed to be
Right.
updated.
There you go.
Okay,
There
for
you
lack
go.
of a better
Hey,
term.
listen.
So I'm grateful for that. I'm glad
Yeah.
that I had that particular service. Did you
Definitely.
want me to go? We have a caller, but before we go to the caller, we have an agenda that is for the 3-day conference.
Come on with it.
Now, day one, remember it's 3 days. Obviously, we're gonna serve you breakfast. Okay, you get there early enough. We don't want you guys hangry.
Because I need
Okay,
my coffee.
yeah, you gotta have your
I need
coffee.
my coffee.
I gotta
You
have my
already know that.
mushroom
You know
coffee.
I need
Okay,
my
they don't
coffee.
think they serve that there. I'll bring my own. But watch this. We got maximize the moment, 1-to-1 matchmaker setting. That's on the first day. We're gonna give you lunch. Okay, but once it's gone, it's gone. Uh, business to by design, how to win while keeping what matters most. That's with Darnell Sell. And then we got the Mayor's Forum that's going to be happening that first day on in the evening. That's on Tuesday. And that's looks like we have invited Mayor Brandon Johnson. Is he confirmed?
He has. We sent the letter out. We hope he's going to confirm, because we're going to be giving him an award, the
Oh,
Perrin J. Mitchell Award,
yeah.
for Perrin Mitchell was one of the iconic figures who helped develop the Black Caucus on Washington, D.C., from Maryland, a very powerful guy in history, and he wrote most of the legislation on 8A and minority participation. So we're going to be having 3 mayors, an African-American female. We've invited Mayor Brandon Johnson, Mayor Cunningham of Waukegan, and it's going to be a fireside chat on how to strengthen Black mayors and how the Black mayors strengthen Black businesses. So it's going to be a very powerful conversation with a co-host of male and female. We're selecting them now, someone very visible that will, really set this thing off. And we're going to have a lot of the Black media. So it's going to be a phenomenal, fireside chat that we'll do that afternoon at that time. And then we have, obviously, the entertainment, LaDonna, at the end of the day. And that's just one day. And that meant that you paid $100 for all of that for one day. And that's food, entertainment, networking. That's incredible.
Then you come to day 2. All of you that are coming to day 2 and day 3, you got to come all 3 days. However, day 2, we have the opening comments so that people may have some questions, concerns, things they want to talk about. But then you're going. This is the buzzword. I know you guys been hearing this.
Donna, I know I interrupt you. We invited the governor to speak on day 2, Governor Pritzker to come and speak on day 2. We haven't got an official confirmation, but we hope he will join us at the conference to kick off the conference. with hundreds and hundreds of Black business owners and key people coming from all across the country. So we hope to have him at the conference that particular day. That particular day, hopefully his schedule will allow him to be there and open up the conference the following day. I just wanted to mention that.
Okay.
But go ahead with that.
No, pass the mic. That's how we do this. But the word that I was talking about that everybody's waiting to hear and has been hearing is AI.
That's right.
Or as we used to say
Right.
back in the day,
Yeah.
A to the I,
A to
right?
the- that's it.
So we have our panelists.
Yeah.
That's going to be Universal Prather, Amber Payton, and Jason Easterly of Easterly
now.
Consulting.
Come on now.
I'm excited about this
Yeah.
panel particularly because I use AI all the time, but I think a lot of people are so afraid of it. They don't want to touch it. They don't want to be a part of it, or they're not using it to its fullest capacity and
That's right.
potential. And right here in this segment, which is only it's almost 2 hours long.
look
You
at
can
that.
get a lot. You better bring your recorders.
You better.
Make
No,
sure
look,
your phone is
Because you
fully
know why?
charged.
Because they
Nope.
taking your jobs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to at
But
least
they
want to
don't
know.
AI doesn't
know?
have to take
Yeah.
your job. It can
Yeah.
extend your appendages and your
There you
capability,
go.
and you can
That's
put
why.
that in your capability statement.
That's why it's
Hello.
Look,
important.
bring your note paper because
Yeah.
note takers are money makers.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and you
That's
can take a
right.
picture of
That's
those
it.
notes and put it in your AI. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get to our caller right after I give you the rest of that day, because after you do all this AI stuff, you're gonna be so happy with all the new information that you're gonna want to use it. But we have an awards luncheon, the media. That's when we talk about leveraging Black voices for business growth. Those of you that are listening to this very show on this very station, first of all, you have been deemed the smartest individuals in the entire world, and
That's right.
especially in the Black community, because WVON is talk radio. We're on here with a talk show about business, and you're listening to us. That's because you want to grow and expand. So we want to talk about the importance of Black media, but also how to leverage it. So y'all that keep asking to be on the show, can you interview me? And you pushing your product, but you don't know how to really leverage and grow from that. We're gonna talk about all of that day.
Get into it.
Come on, get into it. And of course, we got a little food for you that day too. And then we go on a day free VIP breakfast, 72 hours in a day by Dr. Sterling. We've had him on the show numerous times. And how can you get 72 hours in a day? He's gonna tell you. I've actually called him. I'm like, I need you to mentor me.
Look.
My whole life is turned upside down. I'm like, every minute counts. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna be there to talk to you guys. Buddy Luv.
Yes, the world is beautiful in business, and if you're
You
not
sounding like sinners, sir. You
attending,
sounding like sinners.
know,
Be kind to one another.
That's right. Be kind to one another.
Get 'em.
As we love it on this business world. Definitely got to come on out. And I love the international piece with my brothers coming back in from Africa, the diaspora. Yes, because we do big things there, man. We got to do big things, because just by being with the chamber, it allowed me to get myself prepared when just earlier this year, I pitched to global businesses. I pitched to Venezuela, Costa Rica, Japan, and China.
And let me just say, you
Yeah,
look like you
yeah,
got something in your pocket.
Yeah,
You
I know.
know,
I'm starting
before
to look,
and after.
I'm starting
You
to
know
look
how
wealthy now, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
To look
You
like
look like you got some money in your
get
pocket.
the bag, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
So,
man.
so
let me hold something, man.
yeah, I'm gonna let you hold something, Fred. I'm gonna let you hold something. But I say this to say, if I didn't go through the chamber and learn what I've been learning
And go through the
about
process.
dealing with business and being able and getting opened up to the international market, I wouldn't have the courage to step out there as a newbie. Oh, I got 4 offers.
Yeah.
From
You'd
they're not
still be
here.
selling
And good.
Copon out your trunk.
There you go. I got
Yeah, I
to
ain't mean to
hustle.
put you
Hey,
there,
come on
but
now. Look, me and the Booze Brother number 2, we do
Yeah,
what we do.
I
It's
love
out the
him.
trunk.
Yes, it's out the trunk. You got something with you?
Of course
I
I
gotta
do.
stay
Of course I
clear,
do.
man. That
We got
stuff
two-
will make
we
you
got
not
2
remember
fish.
what happened
We got 2
yesterday.
fish. We got that silver. We got that black
I love it.
vodka.
I love it. Well, Larry, we're
When you
gonna
say
get to
that, make you forget. Now, let me ask this
yeah.
on the second day. I also want to mention that we're going to be having, the Chicago Department of Aviation Leadership, Capital Development Board, IDOT, CTA, a lot of agencies who control billions of dollars. They're going to be front and center. They'll be in Matchmaking but also the leaders of those organizations will be front and center to talk about what they're looking at and how to open it, what they're doing to open doors to more opportunities for African Americans. And you're talking about billions of dollars that are there. We also got some exciting things with the candidates who are running for a Durban seat. So we're gonna let you know that all candidates have already confirmed they will be attending that conference. So it's really gonna be a fantastic time. And I just want to go back to the second day. You got the CEO, you got a number of other there, but it's a full agenda second day. LaDonna, keep on going.
All right. Well, let's get to our caller. Hey, Mission, thank you for calling the Wake Up Show Chicago. What you got for us? Sharon, can you hear us now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Sharon,
What you
we hear
got
you
for
just
us?
fine.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, I'm
morning.
out here in Waukegan, Illinois, where Mayor Sam Cunningham, I mentioned, is going to be at the conference. So I'm so excited to hear that the Waukegan will be represented. And I heard you mention that Legal Shield, you will be leveraging Legal Shield, and I am a Legal Shield consultant. And so my question is, can only one Legal Shield representative be there, or is it okay to have several Legal Shield consultants there
We want everybody in Legal Shield to be a part of the conference of bringing people, business together.
That's
So
right.
it is open to everybody,
That's right.
absolutely everybody. Invite everybody to come because, Donnell Self is Donnell Self. You don't have to say much more than that.
Right.
But then
Right.
you couple that with all the other things that's going to be happening at the conference. It's really an incredible opportunity to really leverage each other for success. And that's what we're doing. We're leveraging each other for success. So, hey, we'd love to have you get registered for the conference, and we're going to make it happen. It's going to be the place to be.
Larry, just
That's
say
right.
it. We're not like those other
That's
chambers.
right.
Just
That's
say
right.
it.
And for Miss
Yeah.
Sharon, hey, you have a Legal Shield consultant sitting right here on the microphone with you. So
Okay.
we are in the
Okay.
building. We are in the
Absolutely.
building.
And make sure
Very
you
good.
share this information with your team when you have that next meeting.
You
Yes.
know what I just realized?
Yes.
All three of us
That's right.
are Legal Shield.
That's right.
Right.
We surely
Wow.
are. How about
Really?
that?
Ain't
How
that
about
Wow.
that?
Okay.
Hey,
Yes.
and we Legal Shield because it makes business sense.
That's
Yeah, it
right.
does.
in a nutshell. And we're excited that we get a chance to, to make justice even more affordable at the same time. So there's a lot going on, guys.
Wait, before we go, because I don't want Sharon to hang up. Sharon, can you make sure you email us at info@ilbcc.org with your contact information?
Yes. Yes.
You doing that right now?
info@ilbcc.org.
That's right. Like
That's right.
IL for Illinois,
No,
Black Chamber
BCC.
Commerce. Yeah, ilbcc.org.
Yes, I will. I will send you. I will reach out and send an email. And yes, that was just
Okay.
my main question. I just
Okay.
want to make sure it's enough business for
It's
everybody.
enough
'Cause I
for
know it's going to be a lot of Legal
everybody.
Shield reps there.
Come on, Miss Sharon. We're the Illinois State Black Chamber of
Come on,
Commerce.
Ray.
Okay.
I done
Thank you,
talked too
Sharon.
well. I done talked too
Go ahead,
well.
Larry. I'm sorry. Buddy Luv is in the building.
Man,
I don't know where my energy just came
yeah,
from.
you got
Maybe
it.
Buddy Luv.
That's right. That's
Go
right.
ahead, Larry.
Hey, like I said, each night will be a night of entertainment and fun and hors d'oeuvres and, just a great time. So, in summary, guys, is that this conference, after 20 years, every year we find how do we make things better. The matchmaking, the opening comments coming from the Fantastic Four and leveraging the conference, the matchmaking of all these companies and corporations and agencies, it's going to be off the chain. They're going to be looking for you to change your life. And you just got to take advantage of the opportunity. Then you have, another portion in terms of the mayor's fireside chat and how you strengthen Black mayors and how the Black mayors strengthen Black business. It's going to be one of the highlights of the conference to hear from leaders, mayors of cities, of great cities. And we're going to get a chance to honor Mayor of Chicago, Brandon Wilson, with an award at the conference at the same time. So, that's just and then the entertainment, the VIP stuff going on. That's one day only. And then the second day, you're rolling again with an opening with hopefully the dignitaries coming up, and whether it be, leadership, political leadership, talking about their commitment to Black business. And then you're going into a day of AI. And because I can tell you, I know very little about AI. My people know something about it. And LaDonna Raeh is my expert. I said, LaDonna, I said, ask this question of AI. And she goes and gets it. And Lord, I'm like, dang.
Well, I gotta bust you out, Larry. That text you sent me, the last one, was that AI? Because that, you're usually short with my text. That one was pretty detailed. Your AI is showing, man.
Hey, she being slick. She being slick over there.
But guys, I'm telling you, AI is such a powerful tool. If you're not using it,
that's right.
If you're not leveraging AI, you're missing an opportunity. Yeah. And come listen to experts tell you what AI is doing, how you can leverage it, because you really, whether you want to use it or not, everybody else is, and they're getting a competitive advantage in the marketplace because they're doing something quicker, faster, and more efficient.
Hey man, we need to make L. Ray make you a AI clone.
Hey,
let your AI work for you while you do other
right.
things, brother.
I gotta make mine first. I've been working on it. They gotta looking too skinny. I gotta work on that.
They're too skinny. They ain't giving you your right viscosity.
Like,
see, I got words. I got words too.
Well, that's because you're not a woman. Men
like
don't. They don't go through menopause. I'm telling you.
Who said that? Who said that? I menopause all the time. I menopause all the time.
Yeah, with your wife.
They
Come
know
on,
I
that's different.
I'm pausing right now on that one.
Whatever. I may lose words, but I know what the heck I'm talking about. I tell you that.
Keep the rag with me to wipe it down. The menopause is real.
Anyway, well, Larry, I need to recap this. Any final words, sir?
I would simply say that, don't forget the big fight coming up. I'm going to be there.
That's right.
You want to get your tickets? You can call us for the smoke. You can get tickets for the fight. It's going to be off the chain. The convention is for you. Don't miss this day. You transform your life.
That's right.
Get there, get registered. The casino can only hold 500. When we get 500, we have to cut it off because we have no more room for nobody else.
That's
so
right.
Don't be there, at 502 and 506.
Right.
And it's too late. We can't get you in unless we kick somebody off. So get registered, make change your life, make it happen.
Hey, look, they're going to just have to go pull that arm and gamble to get that money out.
I know that's right.
We are in a casino.
Well, let me get to it because we did not start late. We started on time. Watch this, guys. Make you register now at ILBCC.org. Those spots for matchmaking sessions are very limited. So you can get in for $300 today and get your matchmaking. But by Monday, I'm pretty sure that's going to change because we had a whole meeting about it. The conference takes place September 9th at it's going to be at the Wind Creek Casino Southland in Matson. Watch this. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and look for Wake Up Show Chicago, all one word, baby, we will show up, pop up, and you'll be able to hit subscribe. And make sure you become a member because we're doing membership. Everything's a membership drive.
Right.
If you go to ILBCC.org, you can click on membership. Make sure you go to ILBCC.org because people are calling me saying that it doesn't look like us. Well, they're not like us. Okay. You got to look for ILBCC.org. It is Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce. You need to say it.
Come on. The Illinois State Black for Commerce, and you know who you rocking with, baby.
That's all I got. That's all I got, guys. See you next week, same time. Yeah.
Hey, did you say Matson? It's Wind Creek's in Matson, Illinois.
No, it's in Homewood. Did I say Matson?
Come on.
Look it up.
Matson got a festival
okay,
today. I'm gonna bag you up. There's a festival in Matson today. Copon will be there. See,
that's right. He's correcting me now. Okay. Y'all know where it is. You've been there before. All right. We'll see you next week. I'll see you Monday on the afternoon show with Atiba and LaDonna Raeh. Bye.
Come on now.
I'm done.
Did I say Matson?
Get ready to wake up to the pulse of progress. us as we amplify voices, break barriers, and illuminate the path towards a more inclusive tomorrow. Follow us across the socials at The Wake Up Show Chicago. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It's The Wake Up Show every Saturday morning at 9, where change begins with every sunrise.
Welcome to the Wake Up Show Chicago.
That's the end?
The talk of Chicago is 1690 WVON, Sherwin, Chicago. It's D.L. Hughley.
Put your hands together for Anthony Hamilton. But I bought every single one of the albums. And from the first one to now, like I've never heard you or John Legend do a bad song. It's got to be one out there, but I've never heard it. It's got to be one when you're going to do the Brian McKnight thing with the squirt song. It's got to be something.
Weekdays at 5 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Big dreams come in many forms, and owning your first home is one of them. The Chicago Urban League can help turn that dream into reality. Through free workshops, one-on-one